Hello, it's another video from the series, things I recorded while I was wearing this outfit. I'm going to talk here about Major Paper 2, in which we look at a controversy in your field. The purpose of this assignment is to have you spend some time evaluating sources and looking at various different sources, to have you do some analysis of arguments, and to begin to develop your own argument. Throughout this class, I understand that most of you are quite new to your field, and I would not expect you to be writing as an expert in your field for myself, at least 20 years, maybe 30, because that's what I'm like. But this is a chance for you to just dip your toe in the water, so to speak, of a controversy in your field. This paper needs to be slightly longer. Each paper goes up in length a little bit. So this one is 5 to 6 pages. Again, you can use MLA or you can use another citation style. Just let me know. In this paper, you need to have at least 5 sources, and at least 3 of them must be from peer-reviewed journals. There is a video about what are peer-reviewed journals and how to get to them, so I won't cover that here. I will continue to talk through what we're doing in this paper. You are choosing one controversy in your field, looking at 2 different approaches to that controversy, and then taking some time to evaluate those approaches. Does this one work better than that one? Could both of them work in different situations? Is one helpful 20 or 50 or 100 years ago, but this other one is more effective now? And finally, when you're looking at this controversy, to write about how your values would shape your view of this. I expect that some people that's going to be really clear and they're going to be like, oh yeah, this is exactly how it fits in. And other people, it's going to take you some time to be like, okay, I said I valued spirituality, so what does this have to do with anything? Emails to me for help with that would be welcome. I give an example in this assignment sheet about education, since that's my main field, maybe. And the controversy I went with is how testing is used or should be used in education. The different approaches that I looked at, the 2 different approaches, were one approach is standardized testing helps to measure everybody, and it's important for us to know where people are so we can make national decisions. And the other approach is that student evaluation should only be local because they should be serving the student and not people who make policies somewhere on a national level. So this leads me to think about how testing encourages a competitive mindset, which one of my values is collaboration rather than competitiveness. So that comes up. Also, thinking about who the audience is for this. As I said, like, why do we even do standardized testing? And how important is it that we have national numbers that may or may not mean something or are difficult to understand, at least, versus maybe there are kinds of standardized testing that would let students know, okay, I was here at the beginning of the year, and in the middle of the year, I'm here. Okay. So, again, just to review real quick, what you are doing here is looking at one controversy in your field. Mine was testing in education. People who are in different types of engineering may look at fracking. People who are in architecture have looked at like LEED certification. That's how you say it, right? Or often they've looked at environmental issues with education, or like funding of public buildings sometimes. Trying to think other fields. I'll just throw a few things in. For my physical therapy people, they often look at, okay, here's this problem. You've got tennis elbow. I had that. And like, these are two treatments for tennis elbow. You can do physical therapy or you can have your elbow removed and replaced with a robot elbow. That'd be cool. Um, Again, I will say, as I will say over and over again, I know you're not an expert in this, and I'm not going to present this paper to somebody who is an expert in this and have them evaluate what you wrote. That wouldn't be fair. What I'm looking at is how you present the arguments, how you present your ideas, because I also am not an expert in most of your fields. So my focus is not on the facts of what you write, honestly. It's much more on how do you organize those facts and have you taken those facts from sources that were useful and that were worth using as a source. And I think I'm done. So that is paper 2 about controversy.